In other news, senior lecturer in linguistics at the University of the West Indies, Dr. Joanne Ferreira, says French Patois, also known as French Creole in Trinidad and Tobago, is alive, as it's visible in our linguistic DNA. She gave a presentation on TNT's Patois heritage during a lecture entitled Safeguarding Our Pan-Caribbean Intangible and Living Cultural Heritage at the National Trust on Saturday. Mahalia Joseph Wharton has more.
In her presentation, senior lecturer in linguistics at the University of the West Indies, Dr. Joanne Ferreira looked at the history of the language.
Our French Creole or Patois variety falls right there. It's a heritage language. It didn't matter the creed or race in this country, everybody spoke it. Up to now, we still have festivals like Carnival and Christmas Crash that have a lot of depth to Patois.
The French Patois is also heard in the way we pronounce words.
I recently talked to Dominic Calipasad and we were talking about how we say sawan and we say kweze because that's how the Patois speakers said it, because of not just the language itself, but actually where in France the language was dominant.
Dr. Ferreira said the language is still viable and spoken by 14 million people in the region. She added that it needs protection as well as promotion because it is part of our intangible living cultural heritage.
It's not just a little language, it's the heart and soul of why we have a Trinidadian accent, why we pronounce certain place names the way we do, why we take Spanish words like bachaco, which is actually an Amerindian word that got into Spanish and then came across into French and then French Creole and then English. So we have all these words like planas that came from planaso, sapat that came from sapato.
The lecture was also a commemoration of International Creole Month. Creole Month is observed every year in October. Mahalia Joseph Wharton, TTT News.
More to come. Stay with us.